Folks, I hope you're doing well. I have Google Photos up here on my phone in what is really part two of a review. After part one, we've had a lot of people write in and say how much they enjoy this app, even the skeptics. And I'll admit that I was a skeptic as well, but I'm blown away, and many other people are, at not only the usefulness of this, but just how much fun it is. And so today in part two, I'm going to cover one more really powerful feature and then a few more fun ones as well. So you'll see in the bottom of the screen here, I'm on the Photos tab. I'm going to click one over to the Albums, and then I'm going to click on this top middle little tab called People. This is Google Photos facial recognition, and facial recognition is nothing new, but I have never seen anything close to this as far as accuracy, and it's scary how accurate it is. You'll see that the first three I've assigned names. I'll show you how easy it is to assign a name. I'm going to click on the upper right here on Traeger's face. And who is this? Add a private label to search by name. So I'm just going to touch that there. And I'm going to add a new name. I'm just going to say Traeger. And then I'll go Dean, his middle name as well. And I'll just click done. And so now we have it named. Now you can see if we go back. But what I want to show you here is just how phenomenal it is at recognizing him in the picture. So even partial faces from the side, and that's okay, but I'll go down here. You can see this is not a lot of facial detail. It still pulled him out. I'll kind of come down here and try and catch some others that I think are pretty impressive. These are pretty obvious. How about this one? He's way back there, just coming out of the bus and hardly any light at all, and just a tiny portion of the frame. And that just kind of goes on more and more. Also, this is kind of cool. Any animations that it has made for you that you have saved, it includes those. Same thing with movies and anything else. So really great facial recognition. But I want to show you the trump card here. I have Grandpa Dunlap on the upper right here now, and at his funeral, and I actually wrote about that in the blog, at his funeral, I actually snapped some pictures just that were up at the funeral of when he was a kid, and some of his medals from the war, and some of my favorite pictures that were just up there. And as you can see, these were just literally thumbtacked up onto some picture boards and whatnot. And so what I think is absolutely phenomenal is, if I can get back here, is that the facial recognition brought these together, and it not only pulled him when he was in the Navy here, but his kid pictures as well. I mean, it even found him in this picture here. So it is just crazy powerful how good this facial recognition is. So anyway, I'm going to get out of the facial recognition part, and I'm going to go back, and I'm going to go over to the assistant and just show you a few new things. The first thing is this sync delete. Now, we've had the question come up, kind of a complaint that if you delete the photo in Google Photos, it also deletes it from your camera roll. And to me, that just kind of makes sense. The other way around, if you delete it in your camera roll, it will not delete it from Google Photos. But I did an experiment where I went online on my computer to my Google Photos account, and I deleted them from there. And what happens there is those pictures actually stay on your device until you tell it to sync the deletes. So you can see this. You deleted these items from another device, delete copies on this device with a question mark, and so that way you can keep them on the local device that you have right here, or you can remove them. So that's a good addition. Rediscover your memories. I just love, this is where it gets fun. So you click, I'm going to click View More Photos, and it just says Kirby and Payson. So it's just grouped together a handful of pictures of Kirby and Payson, and sometimes some others together. Another new feature that I love is new animations. They'll now do animations, little GIFs from actual video files, not just images. So I think that's cool too. And by the way, at any time you can just click Save to Library, and that way now it's saved to your library. So Assistant is really just like suggestions and whatnot. Rediscover your memories. I'll click this again, Highlights of Kirby. and it's just pictures of Kirby throughout the year. And of course, you go more photos of Kirby, and then it goes to the facial recognition folder. The last thing I want to mention is rediscover this day. So these will pop up on the actual day of the year, and it'll say, rediscover this day 2 years ago, or 1 year ago, or 5 years ago, depending on how far back your photos in Google Photos go, of course. So this one came up for 2 years ago, and I'll just click on it and rediscover this day, October 4th, 2014. And here you can see some of the pictures from that day. So that's just a fun little thing, and you can set it to give you a little notification on your phone. That way you don't have to be logged into the app. If you just want it to give you a little push notification to explore this day 2 years ago, you can totally do that. And that's just a fun thing. Again, it's very powerful, but it's also just very fun. All right, that about does it for this time. I'm sure there's more to come. Make sure and check out that first video where we talk about the insane search capabilities, the great performance of the app as far as speed and whatnot, and a few other things as well. But until next time, hope you guys do well, and let me know what you think.